Big announcement from the Pac-12 today. No sports through the end of the 2020 calendar year.
We came to the conclusion reluctantly that there's no indication that things are likely to change in terms of the criteria that influence this in the next few weeks.
Unanimous decision followed the Big Ten decision earlier in the day, hoping that the spread of coronavirus slows and that sports can resume in the spring. But with the University of Oregon and Oregon State being part of the conference, what will that mean financially for cities that benefit from the tourism that sports bring to town? Fox 12's Drew Marine joins us now with a look at just how much revenue could be lost. Drew?
Yeah, I spoke with Lane County tourism officials who say they'll be missing out on millions of dollars because of this decision. The financial impacts from the pandemic have already been felt in Lane County.
Well, the tourism season's been pretty disappointing for us all the way around.
So when the Pac-12 conference announced Tuesday they'd postpone all sports for the rest of 2020, Andy Vaboro with Travel Lane County says he was a little disheartened.
It's a big concern. You know, if we go months now with no football, no basketball, no other mass gatherings through the fall into the beginning of the year, we're really concerned that a number of these businesses are not going to make it.
In one football season alone, Vaboro says they typically see anywhere from $55 to $60 million in revenue.
The economic impact of, people coming from around the state, from outside the state to a football game is about $6 million per game. So that's very significant. And then on top of that is another couple $1 million that local people that are attending the game and pregame activities around town also spend. So each of those football games is around $8 million to our local community.
Colby Phillips, co-owner of Beer Garden in Eugene, says he's hopeful he won't see a big impact at his restaurant.
It's hard to say at this point. But like I said, business, restaurants closer to the stadium, it's a different story. I'm sure they're going to have a really negative impact from this.
Pac-12 says they'd consider a return to competition when conditions improve. So Vaboro says he's crossing his fingers for good news after the first of the new year.
I guess looking forward, if we, have our crystal ball and all those sports can be played in the spring, it's going to be a really active spring if football, basketball, track and field, everything kind of pops at once. We'll be really excited about that.
For now, Vaboro says they're encouraging locals to take staycations to make up for some of that lost revenue because of the pandemic. Reporting live in Portland, Drew Marine, Fox 12 Oregon.